Canada's major airlines have announced contingency plans to get Canadian travelers home from Cuba. They've suspended service to Cuba as the island grapples with a shortage of jet fuel. Cuban officials say jet fuel is not available at airports across the country, affecting both domestic and international carriers. Thousands of Canadians are in Cuba right now, but when they'll be able to fly home is unknown. Global Affairs Canada says that as of Monday, just over 7,200 Canadians are registered as being in Cuba. The island's oil previously came from 3 countries, largely Russia, Mexico, and Venezuela, the latter where U.S. troops captured the country's president last month. And joining us now, Lyon Lee, a Canadian traveler in Cayo Coco, Cuba. You were there for a vacation with your wife and your 4-year-old son, and then all of this happened unexpectedly. Sorry to hear this. Are you able to get home?
Yes, Air Canada has informed us that we expect to be boarding our flight scheduled for tomorrow. We got an email this morning as if nothing's changed.
Well, that's a relief, at least. Has there been impact to you from what's going on in Cuba? We've heard of rolling blackouts, sustained blackouts, power shortages, in some cases food shortages. How has that impacted your vacation?
We had a power outage last night that lasted about an hour. On top of that, the fuel shortage has impacted the guests here. Specifically, we've only had about 2 nights of hot water. So that's a big thing that's been going on. And there have been some food shortages, but nothing that's been materially impactful.
How about the staff? Have you been able to speak with them? I don't know how your Spanish is, or to get a sense of what the impact has been on them, not just at work, but in their home lives as well.
Yeah, I think it's really sad, to be honest with you. Well, the workers here are obviously working very hard. The changes that have impacted them directly is that they don't have enough fuel to bus them in on a daily basis. So over the weekend, you'll see we've seen workers move into the empty rooms, and as we understand it, they will be staying here for a week. So they'll be working basically early in the morning to late at night for 1 week straight and then swapping out. And we can only imagine the impact to their personal and family lives.
Yeah, for sure, especially anybody with young children, that can be hugely impactful. In terms of Air Canada, what are they saying to you about the cost of your vacation when you're going somewhere where there's not hot water and food shortages?
When we arrived, we met with the Air Canada representative on the ground, and they had mentioned to us that there was going to be impacts due to the fuel shortage. They had actually encouraged us to go book excursions as quickly as possible to be able to get to the places we wanted to go, because they didn't know if they would have enough fuel for the buses for those excursions, for example.
But are they going to give you a discount on your trip? Any money back?
No, the Canadian airlines and vacation package folks, it's not in their interest to do so. So I have little to no expectations for anything like that.
Lyon, earlier this week and into last week, we spoke with Canadian travelers who were down in Cuba who said that their resorts were being consolidated. In fact, we spoke with a couple who moved from one resort and bused to another resort because they couldn't get enough staff to keep those resorts running on their own. Have you seen travelers from other resorts have to move into your resort?
We haven't seen it directly. We have heard stories. I mean, there's a resort next to ours that's actually shut down, but that's a byproduct of the Ukraine war, and that was actually focused on Russian travelers. For us Canadians here, especially in Cayo Coco, there aren't that many resorts, so we haven't heard much about it. But I have seen reports online and on groups on Facebook about people being shifted around in Verodero and other locales.
Lyon, I wish you the best for the remaining hours of your vacation and safe travel homes to both you, your wife, and your child tomorrow.
Thank you, Carolyn. Appreciate it.